This is the last straw. I'm gonna tell off Vern Thompson right now.
Welcome back to another edition of Tea and Toys. Okay, this time I'm going to do something a little bit different with the April and Neill Super 7 video. Usually I show the box, but I'm thinking everybody does that. The box doesn't really change, except for, say, maybe the picture on the sewer lid and the bio on the back. It's not really much to show, so let's just get to the good bit, the actual figure itself. Now, April, she doesn't actually come packaged with this head. This is based on the version 1 head from the 1980s, 1990s toy line. I believe there were 3 different variants of that April released. There was the plain yellow one, with one version of the head. Then there was the version 2, which had the orange stripes. And I think the third one, again, had the orange stripes and it had the word press. I think it was actually the hardest one to get hold of. Funnily enough, that was the one that we had as children. So there we go. And then that same buck was used again for the, I think it was the Radio 5 News April, which was the green and yellow. So what else did April come with? She actually came packaged with her fist hands attached. So let's get those. She actually came with the fist hands attached. I'll just drop there. And what else did she come with? She come with 2 trigger hands. One left, one right. And I think the camera holding hand, which the original also had. So yeah, you can stick the camera in a hand like that. Although the original one had more like a hand like that, if memory serves. She came with 2 ninja stars. Again, really thin plastic on these, unlike the Turtles ones. Really thin plastic. So I don't know if the change of factory has sort of made like significant differences. And you get 2 heads. Well, you actually get 3 heads with April and Neill. Still only get 1 with Casey Jones. Dropping everything here. So this is the head that she actually came packaged with, and she's definitely looking a bit easty-westy with her eyes there. So the red head version, I actually didn't like that version on the figure from the box, so this is the one I'm going to opt with, the version 1 head. And then we've got the sort of helicopter reporter headphone set head as well. I actually do like that head, but I don't have much reason to have her displayed with it. She does come with a whole host of accessories. So you can see she's holding the microphone. She comes with a torch, which I believe the original one came with. 2 versions of her turtle speaker. So she's speaking Donatello. Then it's closed. I think these can be held in different hands. You can sort of slide them in. The suitcase, now, the original figure came with. And this one is definitely not as good as the original Playmates toy, because that is how it opens up like that. And I think if I open it anymore, you can actually see my finger moving in the background there. So that, I think if that gets opened up, that's going to split in 2. That's just going to split in 2, which is a shame, because the original one you could put the gun in, the microphone or torch in. But this one I'm just too scared to open up, and it actually looks like it's splitting at the back right there, which is a big shame considering the length of time we've waited for the Turtles and by extension Thundercats. And like with all the other figures, we get the plain grey version. This time around we get the tripod with the camera. This is a painted camera. So yeah, compared to say Baxter, April comes with a whole host of goodies and accessories, and also lanyard here, which I've actually tied on twice around the neck because it would dangle lower. Actually, so tying it around twice around the neck actually doesn't hang as low, so it actually looks a bit better. Articulation wise, very much the same as most Super 7 Ultimates figures in general. I did have a problem out of the box with the left foot. It was really on the wonk, sort of like that on the hinge, and I was like, oh, is that like a messed up ankle joint that I've got? But I have managed to get it into a good position, but it did cause, as you can see, paint scrapes to get it to that position. Again, a little bit annoying. And like with all the other April figures, she got the turtle logo on the back. That's something that's quite cool. Obviously she's got all her pouches and patches and stuff like that. She does have an ample bosom, which is always a good thing for April. But all in all, I do think the plastic is overly shiny for April, especially on the face. Maybe it's to show off that she's wearing a gloss style makeup. I don't know. Obviously the accessory that I think's failed is the suitcase. I'm not going to pull apart this one yet to see what it would compare to, so you'd probably get the same. You can see it's quite thin there, so you probably get exactly the same scenario you would with this one. This one actually comes closed, but is already on the break, which is very frustrating. Like I said, you do get the whole host of hands, so you can have her with a microphone reporting the news. I've got her with a gun because it's the only weapon she comes with. Have her next to the tripod filming the turtles in secret. Cool little torch. I guess maybe let's get her next to another Super 7 Turtles figure. Let's go for the other human currently released, and that's Shredder. Yeah, she's Shredder. She's actually quite considerably shorter than other figures, like with the Ultimates Classics Bucks. The female figure sometimes stood a little bit too tall, especially the He-Man stuff. I think the original Teela was huge. So here's Sakoti from Masters of the Universe line. As you can see, she's quite big. Stands a little bit taller than Shredder. And then we've got She-Ra. It's actually the Formation version, which is probably the lesser of the She-Ra's, but it's the only one available at the time, and I wanted a She-Ra to go on the shelf. But She-Ra probably should stand taller anyway, because she's basically the Wonder Woman of the Masters of the Universe world. But there we are, April with other female characters from obviously the Masters of the Universe line. Chitara, we know, has been put back. We are still waiting on Thundercats figures to drop in the UK. Fingers crossed we will get Slythe, the corrected Chitara, and Captain Crackers. Really, really looking forward to that wave. Let's just have another spin of April here. Looking absolutely fantastic. Close up of the lanyard there. Yeah, it's not my favourite figure at the moment from the Super 7 Turtles line. I'm only picking up a handful. But what do you think? What do you want from another April O'Neil? Do you think they should just go straight in for the caveman April O'Neil, or should they do the green costume of this one, or the press version? I think the press version probably should be like a con exclusive one. And obviously there's obviously the one with the rooted hair. So there's a lot of options for April. I think she had about 10 figures from memory back in the original line, so Super 7 got quite a few to get through. But tell me what you think, and don't forget to love, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.